This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Friday, the 20th of September. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather for the weekend will be rain-free with hot afternoons, but of course the focus next week is on the Gulf of Mexico. Looks like a tropical feature will be involved, and where does it go? We've got some new data in. In fact, we've got a lot of new data in, so let's look at it together. This is the upper air look this afternoon. This is the flow pattern about 18,000 feet off the ground. We have a big upper low that's over Southern California, a ridge from Texas up north to the Great Lakes, and an upper low that's over New England. And again, we have a northerly flow aloft here. And again, that's providing for a very dry air mass. We've got a sunny sky statewide. That's the visible satellite view, a field of fair weather cumulus clouds in place. And underneath that, nothing on radar. And we should be dry through Monday of next week. Temperatures heating up, going a little early today. We're at live at 210. We've got upper 80s and low 90s in most spots across the state. The hot spots, Huntsville at 93. And we'll see similar numbers over the weekend. Highs mostly in the low 90s tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. Here's a look at the watch warning map around the nation this afternoon. We have heat advisories for parts of Oklahoma and a small part of western Arkansas. A couple of marginal risks of severe storms well to the north and northwest through tonight. Tomorrow, again, a few marginal risks up north. Got a slight risk to the west over parts of West Texas and New Mexico. And on day 3, which is Sunday, got a marginal risk for near Lubbock, Texas, up to near St. Louis. Here's the rain for the next 7 days, valid through Friday morning of next week. Not much. We're seeing evidence we might see a few showers by the middle of next week. And really beyond that, it all depends on the tropics. So let's dive into it. First off, it's really calm right now. We have 2 little features out in the middle of the Atlantic. Those won't develop. The focus, of course, will be on this low that should be forming over the western Caribbean by Sunday, then drifting up into the south or southwest Gulf of Mexico next week. The Hurricane Center in their 2 o'clock Eastern Time, 1 o'clock Central Time advisory or outlook package, upping the chance of this developing to 50%. And probably those percentages will go higher in coming days. So this is the probabilistic outlook from the European global model. And again, we always say this is the best way to look at it. You want to look at the range of possibilities, and this is the probability of tropical storm formation over the next 10 days. And you can see the higher percentage is over the southwestern Gulf, up to 40 to 50%. And we're starting to see signals that whatever forms down there could ultimately be picked up and pulled up toward the central Gulf Coast up this way. So let's go through modeling here. We'll take a look at a range of possibilities. We'll start with a GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow afternoon at 5. Pretty impressive trough over the Four Corners. Ridging building in. And for us, a sunny day with a hot afternoon. Most locations in the low 90s. No rain concerns for college football games in the state. Same thing Sunday, sunny with low 90s. Monday, partly sunny. Again, low 90s are likely. Tuesday, still looking dry. And then Wednesday, moisture begins to return. The ridge begins to break down. We'll bring in the chance of a few scattered showers on Wednesday, with highs dropping back in the 80s. And then Thursday, we'll maintain the chance of showers. And we note that tropical low here over the Gulf that's beginning to move north, and this is a week from today. This is Friday, September 27th. And the GFS is depicting a significant tropical system, whether it's a tropical storm or a hurricane, of course, nobody knows, due south to Mobile Bay. And, of course, that would directly impact the Alabama, Gulf Coast, and the Florida Panhandle. But understand, you still, even a week out, cannot really look at this type output, deterministic output, and know what's going to happen. Let's look at the reliable European model. Once again, it says, no, not so fast. It's got a weaker low that's over the Bay of Campeche, the southwestern Gulf of Mexico. So again, you see the difference here. This is the GFS, showing what could be a hurricane approaching the Alabama Gulf Coast a week from today. European with the surface low that's over the southwest Gulf. How about a third opinion? This is the Canadian model, the GEM, the Canadian global model. And again, this is a week from today, Friday, September 22nd. It's got a significant tropical system approaching the Louisiana coast, down there just southeast of Lake Charles. How about another opinion? This is the AI version of the European model, and it's got a significant tropical system coming up on Panama City, Mexico Beach, Tyndall Air Force Base. And I will say the AI version of the European did perform pretty well with Francine at this range 7 days out. And I'm not saying this is what's going to happen. I'm not. Again, nobody knows at this point. So again, here's kind of your spread here. A week from today, the GFS south of Mobile Bay in the Gulf, the European global model, a weak surface low far, far south of here in the Bay of Campeche, the Canadian global model, what could be a hurricane just southeast of Lake Charles, and the AI version of the European model showing some type of tropical storm or hurricane near Panama City Beach. So I think what we're just beginning to see, I think we can say with some confidence, is that the idea of a tropical system developing is good. The idea of it ultimately pushing north is good. But where on the Gulf Coast does this thing have a big impact? Nobody knows that yet. Nobody. And again, I guarantee you, just don't be looking at these specific maps like that. We always try and present that range of possibilities. And really by Sunday, I think we'll begin to have some decent confidence in what might happen. But let's go out 10 days. This is Monday, September 30th. This is back to the GFS. And what it does, it takes the system in and then drifts it west. And what's left of it, it's over Texas. And then another low in the eastern Gulf. But this is the European 10 days out. And it's got a tropical system, not especially strong. That would be a tropical storm that's coming up on the Mississippi, Alabama Gulf Coast in 10 days. So, again, you can just see the uncertainty in here. But the idea from really all of these global models is that something develops, yes. Ultimately, it pushes toward the central Gulf Coast, yes. But the impact, the timing, intensity, you can't gauge that yet. But obviously, everybody on the Gulf Coast will need to watch things carefully next week. Here's a look at rain for Birmingham coming off the GFS ensemble. The mean about 2 inches between now and the 6th of October. Temperatures coming off the national blend of models, low 90s through Tuesday, and the numbers come way down with highs in the upper 70s by the 29th and 30th of this month. And don't have the new long range in yet. We're going a little early today. I'm live at Hewitt-Trussville football stadium, the Trussville football stadium this evening. So, but there's the outlook from yesterday, maybe a little above average. But hey, we got to roll some Children's of Alabama Kid Cam. Oh boy, what a time we had today at Lakeview Elementary School in Tuscaloosa County. Man, oh man, that was fun. Goodness, that was fun. And look at these cupcakes. That's remarkable. Wow. But I saw some very well-dressed students there. It's a good look. I like this look here. Yeah, come on now. But you can learn about science. We talked about how we forecast the weather. We talked about cloud types. We talked about hurricanes, tornadoes, ways of staying safe during severe weather. Did a storm spotting session. But they were great today. So again, to that great administrative team and all those teachers and students at Lakeview Elementary School in Tuscaloosa County. Thanks a lot for a great visit earlier today. So, yes, I'll be at Hewitt-Trussville for the game of the week over on My 68. That's our sister station, Hillcrest at Hewitt-Trussville. I'll be live on ABC 3340 at 4, 5, and 6, then live on Blitz Game Day on Channel 68 at 6:30. The game begins at 7 on Channel 68. And tomorrow we're in Gunnersville, Marshall County. Whoa, this is going to be a good one. Moody Brews. We'll be there between 10:30 and 1:30. We'll have all the weather shirts. All you can do is pray. That's your book about April 27, 2011. Weathering Life, which is my story. We got the children's books, the Benny and Chipper series, The Wonder of Thunder, Prepared Not Scared, and much more. They're great fun. We have a great time. We take a lot of pictures. So again, Guntersville tomorrow from 10:30 until 1:30. And yes, indeed, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News, 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.